Good afternoon, everybody. Today is September 10th, 2020. This is the What You Need to Know from Mattawan Regional High School for Friday, September 11th. First off, Chromebooks have been distributed. Ms. Rengel went to every classroom today. All students in Cohort B and Cohort A between Tuesday and today, Thursday, have had the opportunity to be issued a Chromebook. If you are still in need of a Chromebook, so maybe you missed distribution today, maybe you are full virtual, either way, any way you slice it, all you have to do is access this link. If you go to the Mattawan Regional High School homepage, go to the MRHS Reopening Hub website. Again, it will take you to our internal website that houses all of the important information that will help you with virtual learning. Once on this website, you will go over to instruction, technology, and resources. Please just complete the parent tech needs survey. Once you click that, it'll open up, ask you a couple questions. It will be routed to Ms. Rengel, and she'll be able to get a Chromebook for your child. Public Wi-Fi access. This is something that we've been working on, during the course of this week. Students may bring their own laptop or device to Mattawan Regional High School. IT has been troubleshooting the system. They have corrected it. Tomorrow, when your children come to school, or whenever your children come to school, if they are not coming tomorrow for Cohort B, when they come to school, they should log on to the MARHS-BYOD network. The username that they should use is their first initial, last name, and their birth year. So, for instance, me, I would be A. Eiler, 82. The password should be first initial, first name, first initial, last name, student ID. So as an example, if my ID was 123456, once they log on, once they put their ID in or their A. Eiler 82, the password would be AE123456. It should all be lowercase. Ignore the A at the beginning of the password sample that I gave you, all lowercase. One thing that is extremely important, and this is part of the reason why it took so long to fix this, these changes do not apply to your Google account. So when you go to log on, for example, with a Chromebook, you would log on with your standard Google account or your MARSD.org credentials. The login information that's on the screen, the AE123456, that is only so that you can access our public Wi-Fi with your own device. So it's MARSD-BYOD. That's the network you're choosing. And then just put in your username and password. That will solve the problem. If not, let your teacher know, and we will have a tech come to the room to help you out. All right? So this is a big positive because students are bringing their personal devices. We had to troubleshoot the system a little bit. It is up and running for tomorrow. Also, I just wanted to remind everybody, reporting attendance for absences. Please remember, you don't have to email in, don't call in. If you go to the Mattawan Regional High School website, I'm going to jump out of the PowerPoint real quick. If you go to the Mattawan Aberdeen Regional High School website, Mattawan Regional High School, under attendance, there's a section that says report an absence here. All you need to do is submit this information. Just let us know the start date, the end date, select grades, all these regular fields. And then the reason for the absence. If you'd like, if you have a doctor's note or something, you can also upload that file and it'll go directly to the attendance secretary who will mark your attendance accordingly. Moving right along. So going into tomorrow, remember, tomorrow is Cohort B and Cohort C. In-person students will get the certification for Crisis Go by 6 a.m. Once the parent or guardian has completed the process, please forward the email to the student. Students, again, you are doing a phenomenal job having your green pass ready to go for when you get to the school. So thank you tremendously. For daily attendance at 7:20 a.m. tomorrow, all students must log into their first period Google Classroom. Same process that we've used for the last 4 days. If you're having trouble with that, please make sure you reach out to your first period teacher. They're the ones putting attendance in. That's important. During the school day, log into your Google Classroom. Again, we are now getting further and further into the full swing of things. Students coming with questions. You've now seen every class and most classes multiple times. So not only will students be coming with questions, but staff will be engaging students in today's live courses. The ones that were in the afternoon are setting the stage to move further and further into the academic realm. I can't emphasize enough, though, and I realize I've said this every day this week, this is a new normal, and I understand that. School is not the way that school has typically been. I realize that students in a classroom, not with the teacher that's on their real-time schedule, is challenging, but we have got to do what we can to make it work. Students need to come with questions. Staff need to engage students. It is incredibly important. This is all due to making sure that we can conduct contact tracing and making sure that we are providing the safest and healthiest environment possible. We are still evaluating and looking at a number of plans that we can utilize so that we can safely continue to expand on academic content. For instance, we are looking at, can we have small groups of students move to various areas to have more live instruction? However, and I can't emphasize this enough, I've said this nonstop in August, now, throughout this entire week, health and safety is number one, and being able to conduct contact tracing is right there along with it. It is incredibly important. A number of schools that have recently opened up were shut down after 1 or 2 days because they had a difficult time conducting the contact tracing with students changing classes. We will, if we can take that step, if we can move in that direction of a phase, it would be phenomenal. It would be really great. I just want to make sure that we are conducting this in the safest, healthiest way possible. It is critical. And I am not, and we are not, as a school or as a district, going to do anything without really thinking about it so that we don't jeopardize the safety and the security of students. Dismissal tomorrow, again, it will start at 11:15. We seemingly had plenty of time. We're going to keep moving that further and further towards a traditional 11:19 dismissal. We just want to make sure that we are able to maintain social distancing as we go through the process. Once dismissal takes place, again, tomorrow is a day 2, which means Google Meet sessions will be in the afternoon, periods 5, 6, 7, and 8. They will start at 12:25. This has been the shortest video, and a big reason for that is because we are further and further and getting further and further into the school year. Everything is starting to come into a rhythm. Now that we have the mechanics under control in the building, now that we have everybody kind of understanding what our baseline plan is, the next step is for us to start looking and tinkering at different ways to continue to embed a traditional school experience. I want to thank everybody for all of their patience during this week. Going into next week, we're going to be pushing more and more towards a normal school setting. So we've got a lot of things on the table that we're working on and a lot of things we're trying to organize. But I am just so excited that kids were in the building this week. I'm really excited that things were done in a safe manner, and we will continue to try and experiment. As I've said a number of times, we will continue to try and experiment to get closer and closer to what a regular school day looks like. But we have to do it incrementally, we have to do it safely, and we have to do it in a responsible way so that we can meet all of the health and security guidelines. Thank you for listening to the video. I hope you have a great rest of the day. And cohorts B and C, we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Have a good afternoon, everybody.